So previously we first met in Jackson Heights when we were speaking to the population, and we had a very good conversation. And right afterwards, I made a bunch of posts about your education, your family, and it was so well received. I think over 7 million people from my followers, they all positive comments. There was no negative comment. So I think you've answered this, many times, but I'll ask again for my followers.
Please.
The younger generation, the old, all the generations, they are supporting you, they love your campaign. Why should we vote for you this upcoming November?
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming back. What I've heard from New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs, and also from South Asian New Yorkers, no matter where they live, is that this is a city that so many love, a city that represents the dreams and aspirations of so many of our families, but that for so many it's become out of reach. And when I speak to New Yorkers, be they a small business owner, be they a worker in that same small business, be they a taxi driver, be they a doctor, I hear the affordability crisis. It's one that's pushing people out of the city. And this is the city with the most amount of wealth of any city in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, and 1 in 4 New Yorkers are living in poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at a number of South Asian groups and ethnicities within our own city, those percentages of poverty are even higher, for Bangladeshis and Pakistanis especially. And so it's time for city government to actually do the work of making the most expensive city in America affordable. That's going to be our focus.
Thank you so much.
Very
I
well.
think there's a lot of talk right now about affordability, like you said, and there's a lot of talk about student loans.
Yeah.
And my last question for you
Please.
for today is, do you have any plans to do anything for students? Because right now it's not affordable, especially for parents who show their income with their W-2 forms. There are others who don't show their income, and they're able to get other benefits from the government. So any relief programs that you're thinking about implementing in the future, maybe?
Well, I think there are a number of things. The first is that Washington is starting to take exactly the wrong kind of steps with regards to student loan debt forgiveness. And what we're seeing is that burden is actually increasing for many New Yorkers and many Americans. And so one of the points that we have to respond on is to actually work with the state government on ensuring that we are increasing support for loan forgiveness and relief programs, especially for the very kinds of professions that the city is trying to encourage people to enter. They are paying the cost of having to go through education for those very jobs. Second thing is, how do we ensure that we make public education as good as it can be, so that people are not forced to pay these kinds of costs in search of high quality education, be that K through 12, be that college and university, but also for childcare. Because I hear from so many that the debts they're facing, it's not just when a child turns 18 and goes to college, it's that they can't find $22,500 a year to pay for childcare when that child is 6 weeks or 4 years. And that's why a big part of what we're going to focus on is universal childcare.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Could we just go in a circle to
Yeah.
be, to keep,
Yeah.
and then just say what outlet